art of punches when you could throw two punches that sound like one. He would throw punches. You can hear them. There were two, but they sound like fucking one punch. Oh, they don't understand. Anybody that hears this understand the art of fighting. They know what I'm saying. He threw two punches that sound like one. Now those days are gone, it's empty, I'm nothing. I'm working on being the art of humbleness. Can you believe in me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. Because I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all.
Yo, welcome to the channel, y'all. Hopefully y'all having a good day. I see y'all in the chat. Shout out Roxy, shout out Snoop, man. Thank you for being a member and thank you for showing up today. Appreciate you. Also, shout out Dawn. She had a bellyache last night. I'm glad she's feeling better. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, man. It's kind of humid out here in California today. It looks like it wants to rain, but it hasn't yet. So it's just been like humid hot. It's not even hot outside. It's like 87, but it just feels sticky in the air. It's crazy. But hopefully we get the rain to make it go away and cool down the air. You know what I mean? But with that being said, man, we got a lot of cool videos lined up for you guys today. Our first one comes from Southern Draw Law. Arizona cops own body cam might put her in prison. We'll check that out. From there, we got America Caught the Truth. That's the channel. The video is 911 operator convicted of running a $300,000 toll kickback scam for years. You know, we always be talking shit about the 911 callers on the, the 911 operators on the stream. Like, they're just always bad at their job. So definitely not out of the question for that. Then we'll go to Dr. Insanity, how police captured a Texas church assassin. And we got a lot of stuff lined up, a lot of good videos that I'm interested in. Hopefully we have a good stream. Hopefully we can get it to some extended viewing hours. You know, you guys are in control of that. So let's get there. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely check out our memberships. Drop some gifts, some super chats if you got it. You know, it keeps us on live. With that being said, let's get into the first video, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. And let's do the damn thing.
She says she was 9 months pregnant when a Buckeye police officer allegedly assaulted her while she was in handcuffs.
She socked that lady in the face.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Southern Draw Law. My name is James White.
Snoop, way to crack it off. Thank you for the star. Appreciate you helping sponsor today's stream.
Criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor. These incidents, prosecutors the only toward seniors who found new plans through
Sit down. She just hits me.
979. Now, let's get back to the video.
She gets me to sit down. She just hits me.
That's video of a now former Buckeye police officer allegedly assaulting a pregnant woman. That officer now headed towards trial, and it's not the only incident of abuse she's accused of. The woman in this video told police she was 9 months pregnant when Buckeye officer Carrie Carrico arrested her for reckless driving.
She pushed me against the
Hey, Don, thank you for the love. Appreciate the jewels.
wall and the corner.
Surveillance video shows Carrico pushing that woman against the wall and then dragging her back to a bench.
She gets me to sit down, and she just hits me.
Surveillance video shows Carrico's arm swinging towards that woman's head. Internal reports say Carrico didn't document that use of force in her initial police report.
There's always room for improvement, and I know everything I did here is not perfect.
That woman was taken to the hospital for a contusion and possible concussion.
So you have some injuries, you said?
The next day, she described her injuries to different officers.
I got scratches right here, a bruise right here, scratch on my neck. I got like 2 things on my back.
Carrico's supervising sergeant later said her actions were, quote, very aggressive, and described them as, quote, definitely over the top and unnecessary. This is Carrico's take when interviewed by investigators.
I think the video looks really ugly, but I will say I've never once in my life open hand slapped or struck anybody, and in this moment, I think the only thing that I did was revert to my training.
2 months later, January.
Bro, you literally just punched that lady in front of us. This bitch lying. She lying her ass off.
Of this year, Carrico was involved in a second incident.
Do not headbutt me, you piece of
An arrestee headbutting Carrico, she then took him to the ground.
After I bumped her, she threw.
Yeah, it didn't look like bro headbutted her. She just be whooping people up after they already in cuffs.
Bring me to the ground.
That man later described what happened when he was escorted inside the intake center.
She tore my shirt. She punched me in the face. Like I was already restrained.
Investigators later playing Carrico audio of what she allegedly told the suspect during that encounter.
She likes to play like a badass or a tough chick in front of the other cops. Like she like the other cops and her be getting off to that shit. Like for sure.
Again, dude, and I will smash you so hard to the wall you won't see straight. Do you understand?
I've never slapped or hit anybody in my life. And then we got her on tape saying, I'm going to slap the shit out of you to the person in cuffs that she's on top of. Crazy. Yeah, this lady needs to be in fucking jail, bro.
Surveillance video then shows Carrico punching the man again. A Buckeye sergeant reviewing the case said, quote, I didn't see anything he did to provoke or elicit a response like that from the officer. In interviews, Carrico cited being understaffed, overworked, and stressed, and suggested the public's treatment of officers factored into her state of mind.
When you're asking me, do you think this is up to PD standards, it's not a simple yes or no. It's based off everything leading up into that point, and I don't think that the public treating us like crap means that we have to sit there and be quiet and take it either.
Now, just for the sake of the Cherokee Road in Buckeye, that is the Buckeye Police Department. So it says here on November 1st, 2025, Buckeye police officer Carrie Carrico arrested victim 001 for reckless driving. Victim was transported to the Buckeye Police Department located at 100 North Apache Road in Buckeye for booking. She was handcuffed with her hands behind her back prior to being placed in the rear compartment of the patrol vehicle and remained handcuffed after arriving at the police station. Video recordings show that during efforts to restrain victim 1 to the bench, Officer Carrico shoved victim 1 forward. The victim reacted by grabbing Officer Carrico's hand while still being handcuffed behind her back. Officer Carrico pulled out her right hand and punched victim in the right side of the face with her right hand. Victim 1 was handcuffed behind her back when she was struck. Officer Carrico then secured victim 1 to the bench without further incident. During the interview with victim 1, she stated that she felt a jab on her face and saw black and spots. lasting between 10 to 20 seconds. Based on the victim interview and review of all video evidence, there was no indication that victim 1 attempted to assault Officer Carrico or placed her in imminent danger. Victim 1 was 37 weeks pregnant and physically restrained at the time she was punched. Victim 1 was transported to Abrazo West Hospital for relief, where she acknowledged
life and change their direction when they're going the wrong way, then I'm happy with that. All right, so we're going to
trained and not show you this interaction that she had on the show Cops, and then we'll talk about a couple things after we watch that.
This bitch was on Cops?
So I've always wanted to be a cop ever since I was a little kid. My grandpa was killed by a drunk driver, so that was my main influence. I pride myself on talking to people, and if I can just make a difference.
Well, she was in Riverside. Now she in Arizona. She probably got fired off this fucking police force. Because when cops get fired, bro, they don't change professions. They just move states. And then they're a cop again.
In one person's life and change their direction when they're going the wrong way, then I'm happy with that. All right, so we're going to stop this car. Front right light is out. It's a violation of the California Vehicle Code. How you guys doing? What's that?
The light?
Yeah, the light. You got a driver's license, man?
No, actually, I lost my license.
You lost it like you don't know where it is, or you lost it like...
my wallet.
Where you guys headed?
My house on Bond.
Your house? Do you have an ID on you?
I don't. I just have change and mask.
So neither one of you have an ID. Hey, what's this stuff in a bag on the floor back here?
What's that?
Is there anything in this car I need to know about?
There's some weed.
Anything other than weed?
There might be a little bag of, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna have you guys both step out of the car.
Nope.
Any warrants for your arrest that you know of?
No.
America's
I do
Most
have
Wanted?
a misdemeanor that I just found out the other day. They said take care of it. I'm trying.
So you do have a warrant? Misdemeanor
It's
warrant?
A misdemeanor.
Okay. And you're telling me there might be a baggie of something in your car right now?
I know there's some weed. Then I really don't know.
Honesty goes a long way, man.
There, huh?
Honesty goes a long way with
I know,
me.
and there might be a broken pipe in there, a tube or something.
Meth pipe?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any meth in the car?
There may be a little bit, but I didn't have nothing, so.
Okay. If
Couldn't
there was a
find
little
none.
bit, where would it be?
It would be in the car somewhere. I'm in shambles anymore. I mean, I'm moving out of the place I'm at and just kind of having a hard time, that's all.
Okay. When's the last time you used?
Probably 2 days ago.
Okay. You don't mind if I look at the car?
Well, I don't want you to.
Okay. Well, I think there's something in there that's not supposed to be there because you're lying to me right now.
I'm lying to you?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, search it.
Okay. So right now I'm looking through the car. There's gonna be something in this car somewhere. And the broken pipe, he said he didn't know where it is right here. It's white crystalline substance, that's gonna be methamphetamine. And there's the rest of the meth and another pipe. All right, remember how I said honesty goes a long way, man?
Yeah, and as far as I know, I've been honest with you.
Okay, there's some meth, some pipes, more than one in the car.
There's more than one?
Yeah. Have you ever been to Arizona?
Yeah, I came from Arizona.
You know you have a warrant for your arrest?
I do know that.
Okay. So both you guys have a warrant for your arrest, okay? You have a warrant for possession of drug paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is for DUI.
Well, I told you I knew I had it. That you told me the other day.
Yeah.
I thought that, yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. You just got your car, right? You don't want car going to car jail, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. I don't want to do that to you guys tonight. Leave you guys out here walking in the middle of the street in the middle of the night. But we did find some meth and some pipes in the car, okay? Simple. It's a misdemeanor, it's a ticket, it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because of your cooperation, I'm not gonna take you to jail. And I'm not gonna tow your car, okay?
Awesome.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, hang tight and I'll be right back, all right?
I was actually going to get her some sugar babies. I never heard of them, but.
It's the caramel things, right? Yeah, those are good. I'll be right back, okay, guys?
Okay.
So right now we're writing a ticket for possession of drug paraphernalia, methamphetamine. Maybe see if tonight's break can be a changer for this guy. Oftentimes, it takes something like this to get them to turn their life around. Other times it doesn't, but we'll see what we can do tonight.
These lights kind of make me...
I know, they make me kind of dizzy too. All right, so how long have you been using?
Since I was 15.
15? Okay.
I've done a lot of time in prison. I mean, during that time, I didn't use.
Yeah. What's gonna make you quit?
Nothing.
It's just something
times are hard. I'm not happy about nothing. You know, I got out and got married, and I messed up. You know, and I'm back here, and it's just like, you know, I'm in a bad situation. And I'd rather be back in prison.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks out here the way people are.
You gotta find a different out, man.
Yeah.
That stuff destroys lives.
Once I find a good woman, then that'll make me want to do good. You know,
Maybe you got a
go to
good one right
church,
there.
whatever it takes. You know, but
I hear
just
you.
lost my wife. So
I'm sorry to hear
something
that.
stupid. You know.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
There you go.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you used to?
No, I'm a drinker.
You're a drinker. Be careful, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There's a lot of other resources other than alcohol, good ones. So as long as you're not drinking and driving, drinking at home is not a problem, okay? Don't let that stuff consume you. Don't let it take over your life. Try to get that warrant taken care of so that way it doesn't hem you up later, okay? All right.
Now, I want you to contrast now, I've got some issues with this traffic stop too, but you would be hard pressed to convince me if I didn't have all the facts that this was the same person, because her attitude is completely different with these people. Now, is it the difference between California and Arizona's philosophies on policing? Maybe. But then she, accused him of lying, and I would argue that they weren't honest with her, but she had a camera crew featuring her on a TV show. Did she act like she cared about these?
I was just about to say, bro. Yeah, no, she was acting like that because she was on fucking Cops, bro. That lady is mean as fuck. Like, no, she's not a good cop. You about to see the other side of her. You just came in the chat, so you didn't see the beginning of the video, but welcome to the chat, guys. But yeah, that bitch was night and day. So either the job like wore her down or she was just faking. But now watch how this bitch is when she's in Arizona. Like, I guarantee you she got fired and moved to Arizona, because why the fuck would she leave?
These people because she wanted to look good on TV? I don't know. But what I do know is that she let people go who both had warrants and could have been arrested. She allowed those people
officer resigning and now headed to trial. And now we have more video of what led up to all of this.
Over here.
That's Buckeye police officer Carrie Carrico as she was processing.
Because think about it. She went from Riverside, California, which is probably a big-ass police force with resources and shit, to fucking Buckeye, Arizona. I've never even heard of Buckeye, Arizona.
This woman inside the Buckeye Police Department, Carrie Carrico, as she was processing. That's Buckeye police officer Carrie Carrico as she was processing this woman inside the Buckeye Police Department.
Do you understand me? You are here because you're an ass. Knock it off.
We're editing together these two videos to sync the surveillance video to the audio of this officer's body camera video. This video provided by Buckeye PD shows the officer's arm swinging towards the woman's head. She was later taken to the hospital for a contusion and possible concussion. But new video now shows how all of this started as a woman was pulled over for reckless driving.
Is there any reason why you're going nearly 70 miles an hour down your road?
No.
No reason at all. Okay, do you have your registration and insurance? Is there any reason why you don't have a seatbelt on?
I do actually.
You don't, actually. You see how this is here? So it's not worn properly, so no, it wasn't on.
Now watch the next 22 seconds.
Well, this isn't my car.
Okay, you're driving it. Is there a reason for the attitude?
Yeah, because you have one.
Okay. Go ahead and step on out. Nope, you can stay there. Face the car. Right over here. Put your hands behind your back.
Then listen as Officer Carrico goes to detain her.
You can leave my sleeve like that.
No, I'm not going to leave your sleeve like that. When you become a cop, you can tell me how to do my job. Until then, you can be quiet. Let's go sit in the car.
An internal review of this encounter says when Officer Carrico did a pat-down search, she ran her hand along the woman's front waistline.
Excuse me? I'm opening the door. How do you expect to get in a car with the door closed, genius? Ugh. You're right. You're gross. Go ahead and step on in. Yes, you are. You and your attitude stink.
In the cop's own words, says the woman's attitude was what would take her to jail.
So you're taking her to jail? Taking her to the station. If she changes her attitude when we get to the station, then she won't go to jail. If she acts the way she's been acting, she will go to jail.
And back to that exchange about a seatbelt. That pregnant woman telling the officer she was wearing one, but her pregnant belly was too big, so she put the strap behind her instead of across her chest. Then as Officer Carrico goes to take her to jail, the pregnant woman asks about where her seatbelt is.
I don't have a seatbelt, so what you gonna do about that?
Yo, what up, Ron? Welcome to the chat, baby. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for showing up today.
You're used to not wearing a seatbelt, right?
The officer drives off and then you don't see it on video, but the internal report reveals that during transport, the vehicle appears to turn left, strike a curb or object, and that Officer Carrico didn't stop to secure a seatbelt on her. Carrico pleaded not guilty to aggravated assault in this case and another. Her trial is scheduled for November. She is no longer with the police department, but her attorney tells us this week that they have no comment at this time. I'm investigator Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.
Okay, so that to me is an interesting con.
Oh, damn. She got 2 cases. She gonna lose her job. Well, she already lost her job, but she for sure about to go to jail. I wonder, are they mean to lady cops in lady jail? Like, you know how they always be like, a cop, you don't want to go to jail. Is it the same for the chicks? But who knows? We're gonna have to follow up on that case when that trial comes out, because I'm really curious what happens to that cop. But our next video comes from America Caught Truth. 911 operator convicted of running $300,000 tow scheme kickback scams for years. Let's check it out.
Mr. Resso, step away from the console. The tow rotation house on throwing is documented.
This is a setup, and I can tell you exactly who's behind it.
Once is a mistake. Twice is suspicious. Anthony Resso did this hundreds of times across 4 years and left a paper trail on every single one. Every dispatch log, every phantom tow, every kickback, all of it recorded.
Cactus Recovery, they couldn't get it legitimately, so they manufactured a complaint.
The heat map, Anthony.
He would not finish his shift. The calls stacking up on his console at 2:47 that afternoon would be transferred to another dispatcher within 10 minutes. Anthony Resso spent 7 years telling stranded motorists that help was on the way. What he never told them was that he was picking who profited off them. 4 years of steering, roughly $300,000 in kickbacks, a no-show job for his own brother on a tow company's books, and a dispatch heat map that would eventually light up one stretch of Interstate 10 like a warning flare in front of a jury. Real talk. The last time you called 911, did it even occur to you that the person on the other end of the line had anything but your safety in mind? I want your honest answer in the comments. And if you're Anthony Marcus Resso was born in July 1988 at Mesquite Flats Regional Medical Center, the older of 2 sons in a family that had lived in Vermilion County, Arizona. 2-bed flat line cook at a diner on high.
Bro, I don't give a shit about his background, bro. You going too far in, bro. These fucking AI channels,
A statistically neutral rotation would have asked. Anthony told her he was picking up private security contracts on his days off. She stopped asking. He kept working the console, 12-hour shifts, rotating days and nights, answering the same calls he had always answered, telling the same drivers that help was on the way, keying the same override into the same CAD module, sending the same tow truck out to the same...
I can't do this video, bro. I'm sorry. These fucking AI channels, bro. I hate AI channels, bro. Like, just react to the fucking video yourself or tell the story yourself, bro. Nobody wants to fucking hear Chat GPT ramble on for 28 fucking minutes, bro. Fuck that channel. How police captured the Texas church assassin. Let's get into our next one.
Locals are gathering to mourn the tragic death of 25-year-old Shantae Blankenship. Somewhere within this crowd is Shantae's killer, hiding in plain sight and watching town folks pointing suspicions in all directions.
Has she had problems with anybody?
There's this guy out calling. And we used to have problems because he used to ride around with them and stuff.
Whoever it is a pretty sick person and they're still out there somewhere. I think it's your boyfriend going.
You know, she's a good-looking girl, and that makes me a dirty old man. I think that's what was said.
As detectives exhaust every lead, the case eventually goes cold, leaving this small community questioning if any one of them might be the next victim. Yet, for over a year, one unusual witness sits quietly unnoticed, holding the answer detectives had been hunting for all along.
He was so devious and smart. He just didn't know that that was going to be the thing that would finally catch him.
The reactions that we're showing on this is, man, you're off the freaking charts.
And here he is right in front of us. How did I miss that?
It's May 15th in the small town of May, Texas. Nearly 48 hours have passed since 25-year-old Shantae Blankenship mysteriously vanished after going on her usual evening walk. Since then, church volunteers have searched tirelessly for any sign of her, until this Sunday morning, around 11 a.m., when one couple stumbles upon something.
911, what's the location of your emergency? I have no idea where I'm at. I am in the middle of nowhere. We were looking for Shantae Blankenship. Okay. We found her. Okay. Stay real still for me, okay? I'm gonna try to ping your location. It's actually the old haunted house is what everybody calls it. Is she okay? Does she need any medical attention? Is she alive? She's dead. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, I've got everybody headed that direction, okay?
Right away, the Brown County Sheriff's Office dispatches 2 patrol deputies to the caller's location, an abandoned farmhouse nearly 25 miles away. Once they arrive, they find Charlie and Jackie anxiously pacing outside, ready to go into detail about the gruesome discovery they had just made inside.
Just riding around looking for her. They did everybody met at 3 at the church to go look for her, and we were just driving around. We looked at every creek and culvert we could find.
The peel-out marks were already here.
Those over there, yeah.
I've seen those tracks, and they pulled in. They didn't go on through. They were just stopped.
These aren't y'all's?
No, this is the vehicle we're in.
Are those
over to the gate?
Are those your shoe prints?
Probably mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's stay over here on the rocks and not walk around where there's any footprints.
Don't let them leave there till I get out there, please.
10-4, they're waiting for everybody.
To the deputies, this discovery immediately raises questions. The farmhouse sits miles out of town, in an isolated location that many locals don't even know exists. So, while they wait for additional officers to arrive, the deputy begins pressing for answers, trying to understand how this couple ended up here in the first place.
How long I guess y'all called immediately when y'all found her?
Oh, yeah.
Which gate did y'all jump?
I walked around the house. I didn't see nothing in there. And I went out to all the outbuildings.
Do what?
I walked around in the house.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see nothing in there and went to all the outbuildings.
Yeah.
And I was coming back, and that storm cellar there had a bunch of grass knocked down. So I run around and looked, and there she is. She's upside down in there, and she is beat. I got a daughter that age. She's naked. It's Jaybird. All she got on is that white shirt she was running around in Friday when I seen her. If I get my hand on them, she said, done that. I tell you that right now, Fletcher. I told them bastard. Nobody. She had the mentality of a 9-year-old.
There's an old house back there. They apparently all met up at the church earlier at North Lake, and they were just coming out driving around looking. She's in a cellar.
Bro, that's scary as fuck. That's like some movie shit, bro. This is like something off a scary movie. That's crazy. The cops kind of suspicious of these two, but I don't think they got nothing to do with it. The guy is way too fucking emotional. Like, you could tell he's heartbroken from what he saw.
You serious? Yeah. Well, said they were just out looking for places.
That old gray house.
Yeah, I think so. They said they found hair laying out on the ground. They're like, what the heck is that? So they've already picked it up. It's like, that ain't cow hair or anything. And they were wandering around and they found her in the cellar. The gate's locked, so we'll have to cut it. But there's tire tracks that pull in there and then pull straight back out.
Fresh tracks?
Yeah, like today fresh.
Indeed, these are very fresh marks, planting a terrifying thought in the deputies' minds that Shantae's killer could be somewhere nearby, keeping a close eye on the area. Shortly afterward,
honestly, somebody probably moved that body there. It probably wasn't there originally. But when the town got together and said they were going to do a look for the body, the murderer probably moved it out here. And that dude seems like he's lived in this town for a long time. So he was like, let's go check that abandoned house. I don't think they had nothing to do with it, but I could be wrong.
more units begin arriving at the scene, including the crime scene photographer. And as the deputies prepare to head towards the body's location, they'll soon realize that whatever the couple told them is nothing compared to what they're about to see.
Watch that wire.
Yeah.
So it's on your gun. There you go. You're good. All right, here, John. Hold this. I'll step up here and I'll grab the camera and hold it.
The bracelet's laying right on the other side. I'm assuming it's her.
Okay. He said there's a little bracelet right here on the other side of the gate. He said, yeah, right over there in the middle of that grass.
I think they said this girl had a mental disability too. Like, I think she was in her early 20s, but I heard somebody say that she had the mentality of a 9-year-old. I think that's what the guy who found her said. And he was crying and stuff, man. So maybe he's a good actor. I don't know. The wife, she seemed a little suspicious to me, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
There's one of those wristbands, those little rubber bands like this one. It looks, the way this grass is right here, like someone's been through it recently or something. Knife laying on the ground. I don't know. Looks like it's been there a little while.
Yeah, it's been there a while, but we'll go ahead and photograph it just in case.
I don't see any blood anywhere though. I haven't seen drops. I wonder if someone pulled around to the back side of this house where it wasn't as obvious.
Yeah, let's just follow the...
We'll follow the dirt tracks.
Hey, Brian, welcome to the chat. Cherokee, what's popping?
That grass disturbed. She don't have any pants on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Video here. I want to say he said he pulled this metal back. We need to find out. I mean, because you can see where there's a path right through here. Man, this grass is still thick. There's not gonna be any prints. This metal right here we'll need to process probably, or I would say. Here's another pink band right here, John.
Oh, yeah. It's a legit.
What up, Jeremiah Johnson? Welcome to the chat. Hey, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Chat, remember, you guys are the star of the show, so keep chatting, stay interactive. It really helps the stream when you guys like and subscribe, though. So if you can do that for me, thank you.
Homicide, it looks like.
There's blood all on that rock right there. Once all your guys get out here, I'm sure they'll want to go through this building and make sure that there's not something inside here either.
Yeah.
On the ground, halfway inside the cellar, lies Shantae's deceased and partially clothed body, beaten so severely that she is almost unrecognizable. Beside her is a broken lawnmower blade stained with blood. Its condition and placement leave investigators with...
That's the murder weapon, bro. Somebody beat her with that. That's fucking crazy.
little doubt that they're looking at the murder weapon. All of it. The secluded location, the sheer brutality of the attack, and the way Shantae's body is...
I can't lie to you, bro. I really like how Dr. Insanity does his videos with like the computer windows for evidence. Like, That shit just is very appealing to the eyes. Shout out Dr. Insanity. Make sure you go sub him if you haven't already.
Positioned leave deputies wondering just what kind of a deranged person could have done this. Following this, Shantae's body is taken away for autopsy while officers.
Oh, that's how you get packed out, Mason. Damn, Mason got packed out. Mason, bro, he gone. That's the fastest way to get packed out, bro. Talking that dumb shit, bro. You can call me ugly. You could say hella call me names, bro. But you tell me to stop pausing the video. Now you banned from the channel, bro. You don't get the principle of the fucking channel. Dumbass.
Officers clear the abandoned house. Inside, they find trash, empty alcohol bottles, and decay, but no blood or signs of a struggle. The next step.
Yo, who that? Welcome to the chat. Welcome in, who that? Welcome to the chat. I hope you're having a great day, who that?
For investigators is to speak with the remaining search volunteers, so they release the couple who found the body, instructing them not to tell anyone about the discovery to avoid alerting the killer. But that's easier said than done, because for Brown County, discoveries like this carry a familiar weight, as the area has been no stranger to tragedy. In 1989,
Hey, guys that know the case, don't spoil it for us. Don't spoil it for us, please. But welcome to the chat, and I'm glad you're watching with us. We will ask you questions. If I don't understand something, I will revert to you guys, though, so stay active.
13-year-old Amanda Goodman was abducted while walking home from school and murdered. 7 years later, in 1996, 30-year-old Juan Laurels was found shot to death beside his burning car. Decades later, both cases remain unsolved. And even more recently, police recovered the remains of 2 missing residents in remote areas of Brown County. So while
Bro, y'all be saying these small towns are safe, dog. People be dying and they don't do shit. Like, I think Las Vegas, Nevada, which a lot of people say is a crazy town, a bad town, I feel safer in Las Vegas than I do any of these small little fucking rinky-dink towns, bro. Las Vegas, Nevada has a 93% conviction rating on murders. On murders. So that means if you kill someone in Las Vegas, you're not getting away with that shit. But if you kill someone in these podunk towns, they don't give a fuck, bro. They just want that shit to go away. There's like 3-4 bodies right now that they're telling us they don't know who the fuck killed them. That's crazy.
While investigators hope to keep details of Shantae's murder from spreading, in a town this small, news travels extremely fast, and investigators are about to learn that the hard way.
And this is the church, North Lake.
Because May, Texas is a deeply religious community, the search for Shantae has been organized through the local North Lake Community Church. So investigators head there, but by the time they arrive, the situation has already changed dramatically. A volunteer firefighter has just informed Shantae's family that her body has been found, putting deputies at a significant disadvantage. And
yeah, see, bro, y'all fucking up. These cops can't even do their job, bro. Because in small towns, they don't have the resources, and the fucking dumbass people that live there be trying to do the fucking police's job.
as the deputy approaches the church, he's met with uneasy stares from the crowd as he scans the room for any potential suspects.
Okay. All right. I'm just looking.
Oh.
I'm just making observations.
Oh, appreciate it.
The crowd.
Thank
You're not doing what, sir? Okay. That's fine. All right, come on. Hey, folks, could you have your attention just a minute? Folks?
Bro, this shit is creepy. It looks like, yeah, Bill, it looks like they're all in on it, bro. Like, they were looking for the body, but they were moving that motherfucker, dog. Like,
Folks, hello, ladies, gentlemen. If you believe you have information that will assist in this investigation, I ask you don't discuss it with anybody else. I don't want you to mix your notes with anybody else's notes or anybody else's observations. That's important because I want your recollection.
who that? I love you, but I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that. I don't. They, in small towns, they cover up all the crime because they want you to feel like it's safe. but in reality, hella shit happens that you don't know about. Like if the fucking, if you live in a small town and the chief of police son kills somebody in DUI, that you're not gonna know. They're just gonna say, oh, there was an accident on Highway 95. Like, y'all, small towns are dangerous, y'all. They're dangerous.
Elections to be your own.
If you ain't part of the good old boy club, you're fucked. If you're in the good old boy club, that's why you're saying it's safe.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. Pastor? How are you, sir?
You doing okay?
Doing well, sir.
Thank you for coming out here.
You bet.
While the community may not trust the deputy yet, they do trust Pastor Ron Keener. Having spent nearly 5 decades in ministry and years helping local charities, he knows this town inside and out, and having him on their side could prove invaluable to the investigation. As the deputy continues moving through the church, he notices people beginning to leave. With no legal authority to stop them, he urges Pastor Keener to help gather Shantae's family and those closest to her. But as detectives begin speaking with the people who knew Shantae best, one
Yeah, bro. I mean, look at what happened to that kid Nolan. Like, fucking, that's crazy. Like, that shit that happened to that kid Nolan. Like, the kid who they went on some island in Mississippi, and it was like a group of 4 friends, 3 white friends and 1 black friend. They fucking said that he wanted to be left alone, on a deserted island. Like, there's no way. The island is 10 miles away. It ain't like you could just swim back to the coast. And he left his phone and keys with them. Like, that whole story don't make sense. That's a small town. There was another one that I saw, I gotta think of the name, but it was from like 2021, where this guy was in a small town, and he was from another small town, but he went to a small town for work. And then he went to the police station and told them that these people are chasing him in a truck, like doing racial slurs and shit. And then the cops basically told him to fuck off. And he said, bro, I walked 10 miles to get here. Can y'all drive me back to my hotel? They said, no, that's out of our jurisdiction and we're not a taxi cab company. Bro got murdered walking back to the fucking thing. And then the police said, oh, he ain't from this town, so there was no... Bro, literally all they found of the guy was his skull and his fucking, and his spine. Like, that's it. And he was only dead for like 2 weeks. And then they said, oh, he died of natural causes. That's it. Like, hell no, bro. Fuck that. Y'all living in a dream world if you think it's safe out there.
person quickly draws their attention, her boyfriend, John Adams. And as
it's only safe if you grew up out there. Or like I said, you're in the in crowd.
they sit down with him, his behavior would be nothing like what you'd expect from a grieving boyfriend. But before we get to that, it's worth noting that covering stories like this, you realize just how much people are forced to carry. Fear, trauma.
Snoop, tell him. Look at Snoop. This is her personal experience. A small town I lived in Texas had 5 murderers and 3 unexplained deaths. On top of that, wanted in the USA. There's all this in less than a year, bro. Thank you, Snoop. Thank you.
Even the day-to-day burden of surviving. And sometimes that weight shows up in other ways too, like debt. Do you feel crushed by debt? Those high-interest loans that there is debt. How to work personal credit for your
Salazar was one time.
No, now I remember who you are. Yes, now I remember who you are. How long have you been with her?
All right, let me fill you back in. My bad. I got a little sidetracked there. So basically, the cops found the body. Well, the church people went out searching for this girl. 2 people found the body in an abandoned house a couple miles outside of town. Cop came back to the church. All the church people were acting weird as fuck. And that's where we're at right now. He's got to talk to all the people that helped search.
Her?
A little over 3 years, October 17th.
Okay. How did you and her get along?
How we got along?
Yeah.
I mean, there was times, I ain't gonna lie, we'd argue, but.
That's not true, who that. I grew up in Las Vegas, born and raised. Look at as much as you guys love statistics and the reports that the police put out. Look at it. Las Vegas, Nevada. has a 93% conviction ratio on murders. That means only 7% of murders go unanswered. Everyone else goes to jail for murder in Las Vegas. Like that. So again, it's same thing as the small town, but there's more eyes on you. So the only way you're getting away with murder in Las Vegas is if like your mom's a judge or fucking chief of police, like politician. You got to be way the fuck up there. You just can't be some crazy guy that they don't want people to know about. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. That's the difference to me is in small towns, if something bad happens, they will sweep that shit under the rug so fucking fast.
She's not capable of handling things. She has mental problems. I mean, like, I try to, she has a habit of yelling and stuff, and I just try, sometimes I'd leave, and then sometimes I could just talk her out of it and be nice, and she'd calm down. But she just has, I mean, like, I hate to say it, she expressed herself different. I mean, like, sometimes it was like a wall, but she showed me love, you know what I mean?
Despite just learning that Shantae has been found dead, John doesn't ask a single question about what happened to her that night, leaving detectives to wonder if he somehow already knows. At this stage, deputies are looking for anyone who may have had a reason to harm Shantae, and without hesitation...
Queen, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. And I just said that you have to be somebody in a small town, in a big town. Like, you have to be somebody's things. But like, if you go to Mississippi and you're black and somebody kills you, that shit don't get reported. They be saying that's natural causes. If a black man gets killed in Las Vegas, they're not gonna be like, oh, that was natural causes. They're actually gonna try to solve the crime. You know what I mean? Look at this lady. She was a special ed lady. Like, she had mental issues. She got killed and did all this shit, and it seems like the town is trying to hide it. Like, it's just weird, bro. I get weird ass feelings from small towns. I live in a small town now, and I hate this shit, bro. Like, the police, like, it's everything. Just the way it works is terrible. It's terrible.
John would point investigators towards another man, someone who had just slipped out of the church the moment.
People are weird as fuck in small towns. They're not friendly. Like, they don't say hello. Like, it's just weird, bro. If they know you're not from there, or like you're not like you haven't been there a long time, or you weren't born there type shit, they don't fuck with you. It's just as bad as if you went to fucking Compton and you didn't know nobody. Like, just because they got cowboy hats and boots don't mean they won't fucking shoot your ass. You know what I mean? They're fucking cowboys.
The deputy arrived.
Anything else has she had problems with anybody?
There used to be this guy, Colin.
Guy where?
Colin.
Yeah. What about Colin Smith?
Well, I mean, we used to have problems because she used to ride around with him and stuff. And
this is the second time we heard that name Colin in this video. I think Colin's the guy we're looking for.
he used to just do stupid stuff, and he like ride around drunk, stuff like that, and I didn't like that. And I mean, like, I should hang around and stuff, but she pretty much, me and him got into it one time because he came out to the house and she was drunk.
Right? Cruz Diaz. Hey, shout out Cruz Diaz. He know what I'm talking about. Vegas just got huge recently. It wasn't that big in the 80s and 90s, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's really getting big, bro. And I love this city, bro. I love Las Vegas. They literally the best city in the world, bro. I can't wait till I move back, bro.
Drunk, they're all drunk. I'm off of work. I mean, I'm thinking, what the hell? And me and her stepdad were out there and straightened out, and I never heard much out. He pretty much turned his nose and let it be.
Okay.
And then I've heard off and on she goes over there, I mean, but it's just something I can't really get myself upset about. And I mean, but
right, Shayna probably think Nolan died of natural causes. I mean, not Shayna. I mean, Queen Lucy think that our boy Nolan died of natural causes and shit. She thinks small town. She be listening to that song don't do that in a small town. Like that's her, bro. Like that's her. Let her love her little rinky-dink town, bro. It's cool.
And that foolish shoulder.
As John's interview comes to an end, deputies still aren't sure what to make of him. Although he agreed to speak with them voluntarily and remains cooperative, detectives find his behavior oddly unconcerned. For now, John points investigators towards the only possible suspect he can think of, Colin Smith, a man deputies soon learn is no longer at the church. And as the church empties and the night comes to an end, detectives decide to wrap up the interviews and continue the investigation at first light. But when the community finally learns who the killer
Nolan, or that dude, Colin, or whatever the fuck his name was, he moved that body. That's what I'm thinking. When the church, hey, E-Money, man, thank you for the jewels, man. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate the love. Thank you for helping sponsor the stream. But he moved the body, I think. When they did like the search for her, he grabbed her body and put her out there. And then that's why he's gone now. Like he's dipped out. He ain't questioning with the police.
Really is, they would be left speechless that someone they thought they could trust was capable of such evil.
I mean, we've got hers been brutally murdered, and here he is right in front of us. How did I miss that? How did I miss it?
The next morning, just as deputies prepare to head back into town, they receive a major update from the forensic team. The initial autopsy results are in. Shantae's cause of death is determined to be blunt force trauma to the head and neck. Her injuries are consistent with the broken lawnmower blade found at the scene.
I told you that was the murder weapon, bro. That's a fucking brutal way to go. That shit is rusted and dull, bro. You felt every one of those impacts.
She has no defensive wounds, while bruising on her arms suggests she had been dragged by the elbows. But investigators uncover something even more disturbing. Shantae's body had been violated as she was dying, or even after her death.
I mean, I kind of took that for granted when they said they found her naked. Usually when they find a body dead naked, it's, you know, that type of shit has happened.
DNA is recovered, giving detectives their first concrete clue about the person they're looking for. And combined with the sheer brutality of the attack, investigators begin to suspect that this was not the killer's first time, and that other victims may still be hidden somewhere.
But chat, you see, I give everybody a fair chance. If you don't agree with me, that's okay. I don't call nobody stupid. I don't call people names. I just do my thing. But the only way to really get banned in here is to personally attack another chatter or to tell me to stop pausing the video. That's the only two ways to get banned here, bro. Unless you like going crazy or something, but you know what I mean. Your opinion will not get you banned. We can have different opinions and still be friends. I hope that you understand that's the point of this channel. Too many YouTube channels are just echo channels where like everybody says the same shit. What's great about our community is we all come from different walks of life and we respect each other. So we listen to each other's opinion. Whether we agree with that or not is not necessary. Just let the person say what they gotta say type shit. And then, you know, we can all analyze it after that.
At 10 a.m., deputies make their way into town and split up, interviewing men throughout the area and collecting DNA samples in hopes of identifying the killer. Suspecting they're dealing with a serial killer, they know they can't afford to wait.
Oh, Snoop, now y'all about, damn, and Bama, I'm finna ban y'all. Y'all better chill. I know y'all joking, but you gotta follow the rules.
Waste time, as anyone could be a potential suspect. But the terrifying part is that they have no idea which of those encounters will be the one with the killer.
I guess you know why I'm here.
Well, I'm sure it has something to do with Shantae.
Yes, sir. What do you know about Shantae, sir?
I lived here about 4 years, and she walks up and down the streets every day.
Something was said, and I'm not sure about the source because I was just assigned to come out.
Okay.
Something about, you know, that you had said that you get excited when you see her.
There might have been a comment made to say that, you know, she's a good-looking girl and that makes me a dirty old man. I think that's what was said. And I don't give a shit if you're male and you ain't. You're gonna look at a young lady and say, well, damn, she's pretty.
Here, I like what Jason said. Jason said there are different types of small towns. Some nepotism runs rampant. Some are law and power abuse of the small towns. Some are like Mayberry from Andy Griffith. So there is good small towns, don't get me wrong, but I just don't trust them because I'm not from there. And some are racist. Most small towns are. So literally, bro, thank you, Jason, for keeping it real, bro. I appreciate your perspective. I think that's a great way to put it.
You know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Somebody reported a dead body hanging in there. And they got on that gate there that came open with him. He told me she's this down the lane.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that's been
10 years. Oh, okay.
And you just seen her and waved to her. You didn't stop and talk to her. I didn't talk to him. I had to stop and talk to her in the past. Some. She's a good little girl.
You know, there's boys that would, you know, want to be with her, and John said that he was her boyfriend. She'd say Colin was her boyfriend. You never know, you know.
After speaking with more than a dozen residents, detectives uncover a troubling reality. There is no shortage of men who knew Shantae, knew her routine, and may have had the opportunity to harm her, meaning that...
Hey, Snoop, thank you for the jewels. Thank you for helping sponsor today's stream. Yeah, she had a lot of people around her, like a lot of males. And the first older guy in the beginning said she had the mentality of a 9-year-old. So it seems like males have been taking advantage of this woman. I could definitely see that happening, even before the murder.
there are still too many possibilities and no clear suspect. So, in search of a breakthrough, the lead detective contacts Shantae's family and learns from her mother, Michelle, that the last person likely to have seen her before she disappeared was her closest friend, Caitlin. After getting Caitlin's address, detectives drive to her house, unaware that the woman they're about to meet may hold the key to unraveling the entire case. Because no one in this house knows Shantae better than she does, or the three strange men who had recently entered her life.
Caitlin, we're just trying to get as much information on this as we can. Would you just kind of tell me about...
That's what I'm saying. If she had the mentality of like a 9-10-year-old or even a teenager, and she's in her 20s, these men were definitely taking advantage of the situation, bro. She's not like an adult like me or you know?
Friday. What was she talking about?
She was talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. One thing that really got me was she told me her and Colin got back together. Her and her boyfriend, John, talked about how they broke up because she didn't like him. And then said that actually Colin told her to meet him in the shed behind his house that night. Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
I told you Colin was the killer. I told you.
And then this guy, he drove by us in Bronco. It's white and red. You know, when you see somebody you think is really creepy, you kind of get the...
Hey, that's a cool ass car though. I'm not gonna lie.
He looked kind of creepy, and he waved at her, and she was like, yeah, that's so-and-so. He really tripped me out.
Caitlin points to the three men who may have been involved in Shantae's disappearance. John, Colin, and a third man she can't remember, except for one detail, a red and white Ford Bronco. Once investigators locate the only matching vehicle registered in the area, the name comes back as Bobby Sosa. So with three potential suspects now at the forefront of the investigation, John, Colin, and Bobby, deputies split up and head out to each of their homes. The first team makes their way to Bobby's property, and when officers arrive, they're immediately struck by something unusual, a strong odor coming from inside the trailer.
You better be careful, Snoop. You know the chat loves small towns. They gonna fucking get on your head like they was on mine earlier.
Just to follow up on everything, I don't think you're being, misleading with us or anything, but just for us to cover anything since the vehicle's in the area, do you mind if we go in your trailer and just make sure everything's okay and there's nobody in there?
Yeah, you can check. There's nobody in there, but it's a mess.
It's just more just to cover all of our bases.
Sure, I'm saying no problem.
Any guns in there, anything like that?
No, no weapons.
No weapons?
Maybe a pocket knife here.
That's fine.
All right.
It might be Bobby, y'all. Bama. It might be Bobby. It might be Bobby.
How long you lived out here, man?
Like I said, not even a month.
Oh, yeah?
It's a mess.
That's fine, man. Sure, we've been in worse.
I don't know. Not unless you got a hoarder around here.
What?
Oh, we got plenty of those, man. Hoarders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that freezer looks like it works good, man.
Runs on propane.
Do what?
It runs on propane.
Really? Yeah, as long as we're here real quick, your storage unit shed right here. Is that cool? Appreciate it, man.
I don't want to think it was Bobby though. I hope it wasn't him because he's the new guy. You know what I'm saying? But it probably was him, bro. Bro lives in a fucking RV and shit. It was probably bro.
Really? You don't have a dog, do you?
No. That smell?
Yeah.
Coming from the RV and it's on my tanks.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I gotta use that little thing there because I'm out of gas. Go haul it to that place down the street.
Oh, really? You gotta dump it in that and then haul it down there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a pain.
I'm sorry about the smell. I'm trying to get everything good.
You're good, man.
Despite the strong odor on the property, which Bobby claims is gasoline, officers failed to find anything.
Yo, Jazz, welcome to the chat. Thank you for being a member and thank you for showing up today.
That connects him to Shantae's murder. And while officers continue questioning Bobby, another team makes its way to Colin's house. At first, they're prepared to treat him like any other potential witness, but Colin's behavior and his refusal to cooperate would soon shoot him to the top of the suspect list.
How you doing, sir? What's your name?
Colin.
You mind if you want to ride with me up to the S?
Yeah, Bobby Sosa was creepy, but he was real cooperative with the police. I'm telling you, I think it's Colin.
So, and that, yeah, and I'll bring you back.
I gotta do it.
Okay, you don't want to go with me?
I mean, it's ridiculous that I'm even being looked at. She's got a boyfriend or a husband, John Adams. She's like infatuated with me. She'll just walk up and down.
Did y'all have any type of physical relationship at all? Because some of the people we talked to is that y'all had a relationship at one time.
No.
So never.
No.
Okay. What kind of relationship did she and the boyfriend have?
He'd always pick her up and tell her to go get her home, and he treated her like a dog. And there's a lot of people that are kind of looking at him. I mean, it's...
Yeah, well, he's one of the people I'm gonna have to interview. Are you working anywhere right now?
I do lawn mowing out here.
Okay.
According to Colin,
Bruh, it was bruh. Detective Fate is in the building. I knew it was bruh. He works on lawnmowers. He cuts lawns and fixes lawnmowers. So who the fuck would have a rusty, broken lawnmower blade to beat somebody with to death? Colin.
he never had any kind of relationship with Shantae, but detectives aren't buying it. And when the conversation turns to his job, Colin reveals he works in lawn care, giving him access to the same type of weapon detectives believe was used to murder Shantae. But seeing how defensive Colin is becoming, detectives decide to leave, asking him to come to the station the following day to provide a DNA sample.
So wait, y'all think all three dudes linked up like she playing us, boys, and then they all killed her? Or had some type of involvement in it? That would be a crazy ass twist in the story. I can't even lie. That would be a fire twist. But I don't think so. I'm not sure yet. I don't think it's that.
And answer a few more questions. So now, with 3 key figures firmly on the investigators' radar, detectives back at the station begin taking a closer look at each of them, and what they uncover is peculiar, to say the least. John has prior burglary and assault charges and withheld critical details about his relationship with Shantae. Bobby has a previous assault charge against a woman and was known to spend time near the area where Shantae's body was found. And Colin, while having no known criminal history, has long been the subject of rumors about his relationship with prior burglary and assault charges and withheld critical details about his relationship with Shantae. Bobby has a previous assault charge against a woman and was known to spend time near the area where Shantae's body was found. And Colin, while having no known criminal history, has long been the subject of rumors about his violent temper. And this is when detectives realized that any one of these men could be Shantae's killer, but figuring out which one will prove far more difficult than they expected. As the day comes to an end, rumors begin spreading throughout the community, and neighbors start keeping a watchful eye on one another. And with Shantae's funeral set for the following day, detectives will be doing the same, watching the crowd for a killer hiding in plain sight.
I've always had this different part of me. It just wants nothing but destruction and evil. It wanted to kill somebody.
The following morning, medical examiners released Shantae's body to her family for the funeral, but not before delivering one final unexpected update. Examiners have discovered unusual markings on Shantae's chest, markings investigators cannot explain.
Hey guys, yeah, we're deep as hell in here. Let's get those likes up. I got a DJ horn for 50 likes, man. Let's get it.
And believe may point to something ritualistic. To make matters even more unsettling, detectives realize Shantae had been murdered on Friday the 13th, a detail that only adds weight to this theory. But with no way of knowing whether the markings are significant or simply a coincidence, investigators file the possibility away as the community prepares to say its final goodbye. Around 11 a.m., nearly 100 churchgoers begin gathering for Shantae's funeral. The church is so crowded that some are forced to wait outside, and among them, patiently waiting, is Shantae's killer. Inside, Pastor Keener leads the service as the family and friends pay their final respects. The ceremony lasts for hours, though a handful of attendees quietly slip away before it ends, including the man responsible for Shantae's death. A short time later, Shantae's coffin is carried to Pleasant Valley Cemetery, where she's finally laid to rest, and despite all their best efforts, police fail to recognize the killer. With the funeral over, detectives turn their attention back to the investigation. They call all 3 key suspects and ask them to come to the station for questioning. Around 4 p.m., Bobby and John are first to arrive at the station.
Yo, what up, Tried and True? Welcome to the chat, baby.
Handing over their phones to be searched for potential evidence.
Hey, DJ Strong, thank you for the gifts, man. Appreciate you helping sponsor today's stream.
And as detectives sit down with both men, it quickly becomes clear that they both have some explaining to do.
Of course, I guess they told you when they got...
Damn, was I all the way wrong, bro? Is Colin innocent and John and Sosa, they teamed up for this murder, but Colin didn't have nothing to do with it, maybe? I don't know, bro. I'm confused now. I just gotta let it play out. I gotta let it play out.
Download the phone, they get everything. They get pictures, they get text messages, they get phone calls, all that stuff. All right? Hey, do you delete your text messages?
Yeah. But I was like long places and they were on my phone out there.
No, that's not what these text messages that you deleted. And you know what I'm talking about because you even told somebody, hey, my phone's clean. What are you worried about DNA so bad about?
I'm not worried about it. I just don't like needles. I don't like drugs or anything like that.
Well, she was like, I don't know why you're so worried about giving DNA.
What do you mean?
She said you were texting her and asked her, well, they want my DNA. Why did they want my DNA?
Sure, whatever.
That's what the text message just said.
That's strange.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
I smoke. I just don't want that. It's not all the time thing. I mean, like, I just might go to a friend or something like that.
I don't care. I don't care if you smoke. I don't care if you smell.
Bro said you can't have my DNA because I smoke weed. What type of dumbass? The fuck excuse?
I don't care. Well, I don't care about that. I'm thinking about what we got going on right now, and then when we find your phone.
Hey, shout out to UK, Stupot. What's good, man? Shout out my boys in England.
And you knew we were fixing to look at everything. Yes, sir. And then we find the message going, or because they can tell what's been deleted and what hadn't been deleted.
Yes.
And then they look and they like deleted. If you did have something to do with this, you need to let me know
I
now.
would have told you day one, okay? If I would have been around anything serious like that, or knew anything, or anybody, I would be.
Or knew anybody that had anything to do with it, or anything like that.
Anything.
Because
If I had anything to help out, you know, I have nieces out there, I have my sister up there.
until we figure out who this person is, I mean, everything's kind of, like you said, kind of on a lockdown because everybody's scared to death right now.
Yeah.
Shantae told one of the girls that she was walking with that night that she was supposed to be coming back to meet Colin Smith.
Yeah, that's what we've heard.
Would that make you jealous if she's going to go over there and meet with Colin?
Yeah, it made me jealous, but agitated, but it was still sincere in a way that I can't do anything about it. I mean,
so it wouldn't make you mad if she was hooking up with somebody else? It wouldn't make you mad.
it would, but not to stand this far away of murdering her. I mean, I would never do that to that girl. I don't really have much family around here. My dad's in a nursing home. Sister's in Dallas.
Well, that would make it even worse, though, because the one person that you care about, if she's sleeping around with somebody else, that would, now the only connection you got out here,
you know, I'll just move on.
Upon speaking with both men, detectives notice they appear more nervous than before. That said, they also know both have prior run-ins with law enforcement and could simply be wary of being wrongly targeted. But one detail stands out. Only John appears to have deleted messages from his phone. By the end of both interrogations, only circumstantial evidence remains, so detectives release the men while instructing them to provide DNA samples. Shortly afterwards, Colin arrives at the station, and this time, things would take a very different turn. Feeling as though he may be their strongest suspect yet, investigators immediately ask him to take a polygraph test. And as they sit down with him, it doesn't take long before Colin admits he hasn't been entirely honest with them.
Whoever it is a pretty sick person, and they're still out there somewhere, whether it's a guy or a girl. I mean,
what do you think it's going to take to pass the test today?
To pass the test? What do you mean?
What do you think it's going to take to pass the polygraph?
Honesty?
Honesty, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the...
I'm an honest person, so I hate liars, so. When she was with John, she always had ace bandages and on. Always looked like something was wrong with her.
Sure.
She was always telling me about him putting her hands on her.
Were y'all pretty sexual back then?
We had a couple times, and I told him no the other day just because I was scared.
As far as how she died, what all do you know about how she died?
Alright, this is the first story we got, alright? It's sickening, honestly. Sorry for cussing, but it's really sick to think how many people out there have been gossiping and like making their own stories up, you know what I mean? Like,
what do you think the person that killed her is feeling right now?
I don't know.
Think they're feeling a little guilty about it? Do you think
I think it's your boyfriend, John. Only thing I can say is maybe John did it out of like a crime of passion, you know.
Interestingly, Colin admits that he was, in fact, involved in an intimate relationship with Shantae, but he insists that he has been truthful about everything else. However, that claim would soon be put to the test when the polygraph examination begins, and before long, something would happen that would cause Colin to abruptly end the interview.
Hey, Colin, when we take this test, man, I'm starting to see some things in here that's a little bit concerning to me. You know, you got to be sure to be still.
Oh, shout out Lola, man. Thank you for your service. And, man, appreciate you. Thank you for showing up today. But give you an update. I got to go into the Army office on Wednesday, and they're going to give me some more details that we got to bang out to make sure that I could get into the Army. And to let you know, 4 days clean, 4 days I haven't smoked weed, in 4 days I feel good today. Yesterday was kind of tough. I was getting jittery. I wanted my weed, but I think it's gone now, man. I think I'm good. 4 days clean, bro. Hopefully we can pass that test in like 26 days.
Still, when we take the test, for first off. Secondly, you know, you got to be keep everything the same. As far as when you're answering, there's a little bit of movement going on. Okay, so just, you know, everything you do, just be yourself. Okay, is all we're asking. Colin, what do you think the best question to ask you is going to be today.
Did I kill Shantae Blankenship?
Whether it be through strangulation, whether it be through blunt force, whether it be through whatever, did you physically cause the death of Shantae is what I'm asking, okay? So your response is no. What
Yeah, my recruiter texted me today. Remember, I brought him. Hey, thank you, Roxy, for those jewels. Remember, I had to bring him my arrest sheet, like the court proceedings from the arrests I had back in like 2009, 2010, whatever. But so I brought him those, and then he texted me today. He was like, "Yo, how's it going?" I was like, "It's good." He was like, "When can you come to the office?" I was like, "I can come now, or I could come tomorrow." And then he was like, "Well, can you come Wednesday?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." And then I was like, "For what though?" He was like, "We just gotta hash some things out before we could get you sent off, like just so we're on the same page." I was like, "For sure." So I don't know.
have you not been honest with me?
But I didn't think I had a shot. Now I'm feeling like, man, I might get in, bro. Like I might get in. I'm hyped. I'm so excited.
I've been honest to you about everything.
Okay, so why is it showing that you're being deceptive about this?
I guess because I don't understand how what's showing. Tell me what's showing.
You're not even showing any reactions to those questions where I'm telling you to lie about it. Where I'm telling you.
Because he told me to stay as long as I can and look at the board, so I'm just saying yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
And you know what? The reactions that we're showing on this is, man, you're off the freaking charts.
I'm telling you, I didn't do anything wrong, and I'd like to leave.
And that's up to you. I can't force you to be here, but you know you're the one that's that needs to clear this thing up.
I did come in here to clear it. I gave DNA right off the bat, the very first one to test for DNA, and I came in here willingly. This is a bunch of crap, man.
Yeah, there's the door.
I did what I was supposed to do. I was 100% cooperative.
As Colin walks out of the room, detectives begin to believe they may have found their killer. Because while Colin had been adamant that he had nothing to do with Shantae's death, his polygraph results appear to tell a very different story. His elevated emotional responses, reflected in changes to his breathing, heart rate, blood pressure, and perspiration, suggest he may not have been entirely truthful when answering questions about Shantae's death. That said, polygraph results aren't foolproof and...
Hey, what up, Alice? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I'm starting to believe all three of these guys had something to do with it now, bro. I think it was like a team effort.
Aren't admissible in court as proof of guilt. DNA, however, is a very different story, and with DNA samples now collected from John, Colin, and Bobby, detectives believe the answer to who killed Shantae must lie with one of them. The samples are sent to the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Laboratory in Fort Worth, more than 100 miles away. And while detectives and the entire community wait for answers, the killer remains free to roam the streets. A month passes, and the DNA results finally arrive. But when the DNA profile is entered to the National DNA Database, there are...
Thank you for the flowers. You know I love my roses, Alice. Thank you for helping sponsor today's stream.
no matches. No match to John, Colin, or Bobby. And no matches to any known offenders in the area.
Damn. So there's a fourth dude she was fucking around with?
Detectives are left with a troubling possibility. Perhaps their killer wasn't a local, but someone passing through town who had already disappeared for good. More than a year into the investigation, in October 2000.
Assistance with what, Lola? What you mean? Yeah, I definitely need help. I don't know help in what, but I always need help, bro. Life is tough.
2017, another investigator who had worked on Shantae's case, Carlisle Gover, would make an incredible discovery. While watching a true crime show, Gover learns about an emerging technology known as DNA phenotyping, a technique that had successfully solved another cold case by generating a snapshot prediction of what a person may look like using only their DNA.
How could they do that? I don't believe that. I don't know if that's a thing. Hold up. How could they do that?
The next day, Gover rushes to tell the lead detective, Scott Bird. Within hours, the $4,000 needed for the testing is secured and the DNA is submitted. And as the image slowly begins to take shape, suspects would be eliminated one by one until the true killer turns out to be someone no one ever expected.
Yeah, by the time that the Blankenship case came along, we had a couple of cases that had used the phenotyping information to help solve their cases.
I don't know. That's bullshit. I don't believe this. This is bullshit because this is bullshit. I mean, it might have worked. I don't know. But how you can't put together, I don't think it can work because there's no DNA. Like if you look at a strand of DNA, you can't tell what race the person is. There's no race gene. There, like all human DNA is the same. So like, how would you be able to generate what race the person was from his DNA strand when our DNA has no code of what our skin color is or what our ethnicity is? The only way they can tell that is from the structure of the skull. Like if it's so decomposed, like you can't see the skin no more. You know what I mean? So how could they do this? Like, what's the science behind it is what I'm asking.
Given the investigative capabilities that they had at that time, which were not DNA, he managed to avoid leaving any clues that got him caught. But he did leave DNA. He just didn't know that that was going to be the thing that would finally catch him.
This is Dr. Ellen Graytak, Director of Bioinformatics at Parabon Nanolabs, the company behind the snapshot technology detectives used in the hunt for Shantae's killer. Within weeks of receiving the DNA evidence, Parabon's team analyzes the sample and generates a snapshot report predicting the unknown suspect.
Yeah, Savage. DNA does have male or female characteristics. Like they can tell if you're a male or female from the strand of DNA, but they can't tell what race you are. Like if you like, and I know that's a fact. I know that's a fact for sure. Like
suspect's physical appearance, and as soon as it lands on Scott Bird's desk, he immediately recognizes the man, 21-year-old Ryan Riggs.
That dude looked like him, bro. The snapshot looked like him. That shit works though. I don't know how it works. I'm not a scientist, but that shit worked. That shit works spot on. Y'all know me. I gotta tell y'all when I'm right or when I'm wrong. And maybe I'm wrong, bro, but I know for a fact that there's no race gene. Like there's no, you can't tell what someone's race is just from a DNA strand. So I don't know how they're completing this shit because what if you had, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Years earlier, before entering law enforcement, Bird had taught Ryan in the 5th grade. When detectives dig deeper, they discover Ryan had been there the entire time. He was a longtime family friend, attended Shantae's funeral, rode around with John calling out her name during search parties, and even hugged her parents at the wake. Detectives now know it was all an act, a years-long act that Ryan managed to maintain perfectly. On November 9th, officers head straight to his address, but instead, they're met by Ryan's parents, who reveal that he has already fled. Within hours of the image being released, Ryan manages to slip away, and once again, police are back at square one until the following evening at a church service when Ryan decides to do something completely unexpected.
As I do before every service, Scott, I stand in the parking lot greeting people. And there was Ryan standing there with his mother, Michelle. And he said, I'm going to turn myself in tonight. He said, I murdered her. And I said, at that point, I'm going to step out in the parking lot and call Sheriff Hill. We're going to take you to the law enforcement center. He said, yes, sir. I want to confess to them.
To detectives' surprise, less than an...
Yeah, DNA can tell you your eye color, your hair color, stuff like that. But all people of all races have different hair colors. Like there's Indian people with blue eyes. There's black people with blonde hair, like naturally. I'm not saying people who dye it. Like, so those type of things, like just because he's blonde hair, blue eyed, that doesn't mean he has to be white. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm sure it's like the higher percentage of him being white through those characteristics. and maybe that's how they get to it, just talking about it. But it's technically possible for any race to have any color of eyes or, anything, especially darker skinned people. Like two light skinned people, like two white people can't make a darker skinned person than them. But two dark skinned people can make a lighter person skin, like a lighter skin color than them. You know what I mean? It's weird. Genetics is so random, bro.
Hour ago, Ryan had unexpectedly shown up at a Wednesday night service where he made a horrifying confession. He was responsible for murdering Shantae. Not only that, he had just walked into the sheriff's office alongside Pastor Keener, saying he wants to turn himself in. Baffled by the situation, detectives bring Ryan into the interrogation room, and when they sit down with him, they let him
What's good, Destin? Welcome to the chat.
Speak, trying to determine whether this young man in front of them is truly the dangerous killer they've been hunting for nearly 2 years.
So this happened on Friday the 13th. Tell me about that day. How'd you start that day out?
I don't remember how I started the day. It was just like an average day to me up until I did what I did. I had stopped and asked her if she needed a ride, and she got in my truck.
Yeah, no, Bob, I don't think that's genetically possible. I don't think two white people can have a brown, like a black skinned baby, like an African American skin baby. You know what I mean? I don't think that's possible. But two black people can have like a white skinned baby or a lot lighter than them skin baby. That's definitely doable. And that's why a lot of people believe that the first people came from Africa and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That's where like that line of thinking comes from.
And then out of nowhere, I just put my left arm around her and began to strangle her. I went back to my truck and got a lawnmower blade out of the back of my truck. And I went back to where she was, and I beat her to death with it to make sure that she was dead. I've always had this different part of me that it just wants nothing but destruction and evil. And whenever I saw her that day, it took over. So I knew what I was trying to get. It wanted to kill somebody.
Ryan's description of what he did to Shantae perfectly matches the details from the crime scene, details that had never been made public. To detectives, it leaves little doubt that he is, in fact, the killer.
If you could say something right now.
Damn, I'm sorry, Colin, bro. I was telling everybody Colin did it and shit. My apologies, Colin. He was a Marine and shit, bro. Thank you for your service, dog. You looked guilty as fuck, though. You did look guilty. And you didn't pass the polygraph. So you can't blame me, Colin, all right? But I think this is our killer right here, boys and girls.
Now to Shantae, what would you say?
That I'm sorry that I did what I did. And whatever I have coming towards me, I deserve.
What do you think you deserve?
Death for sure.
Anything else?
No.
All right, Ron, you are officially under arrest for capital murder.
With the charges laid bare, Ryan Riggs ultimately pleads guilty to the capital murder of Shantae. When news of Ryan's arrest reaches Shantae's mother, Michelle, she releases an emotional statement thanking the community for its support.
Hey, everyone.
So, all right, you can't, Jesus Fuentes, Jesus, you can't tell someone's race through their DNA, but you can tell their genetic ancestry. And from their genetic ancestry, you could make a good guess of their race. But there is no gene that tells you, one, race is, like this was ChatGPT says, race is a social classification. The categories that people use, such as black, white, Asian, Hispanic, vary by county and culture and don't map neatly into genetics. But they can take your genetic ancestry, which refers to where your ancestors likely came from based on inherited DNA markers. For example, a DNA test might estimate someone has ancestry from West Africa, blah, 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 blah. So it could estimate, but there is no definitive, this DNA is from a white person, this DNA is from a black person. They have to use other characteristics and other comparing to like your family to kind of like process of elimination, your type of race. But that's why I say race is a social construct. It's not real, bro. We're all human fucking beings. Like,
I don't know if everybody knows, but we caught him. We got him tonight for a capital murder trial. God has blessed us with him. And it breaks my heart because this man went to church with her and he's just a kid himself. I wanted everyone to know that we appreciate everything y'all have done.
In 2019, Ryan is ultimately sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But even with Ryan behind bars, the abandoned property where Shantae was found continues to haunt the town. The site became infamously known as the haunted house. People regularly jumped the fence to explore the property, reopening old wounds for Shantae's family. Eventually, in 2025, both the house and the storm shelter were demolished in an effort to finally bring peace to the community and allow it to move forward. And while this case left Texas shaken by a killer hiding in plain sight, our next case takes us to Florida, where the warning signs were always there, but no one could do anything to stop what was coming.
Or just signal 14 had a lengthy blood trail. We've gone to several houses. Yeah. Oh my God.
all right, Dr. Insanity took us into a double case with a minute left in his video. Let's see where that goes.
God.
Inside this family home, 21-year-old Dima Tower has just committed the most heinous crime imaginable against his own parents.
Northport Police Department. I see bodies.
Lying inside are two deceased bodies with over 100 stab wounds. But the man responsible is already on the run, leading officers on a dangerous multi-hour manhunt as Dima stops at nothing to escape the country. To watch this exclusive Dr. Insanity episode, along with 3 more.
Oh, that's going he was tricking us. Hey, that was a good hook though, bro. Tried to get us to buy for his Patreon. I almost got it right there. Daughter finds out her dad is a psycho killer. This is from Beyond Evil. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? Is he inside?
He's inside. He's in the bathroom.
This is Alora. Just moments ago, her dad confessed something horrifying to her. He had just killed her mother and grandmother.
Does he have any weapons?
We don't know. He's locked in the bathroom.
Okay, can you stay over there? Stay over there.
Okay.
As police nervously approached the house, they had no idea that inside lay the most gruesome murder.
Hey guys, we 10 likes away from 50. Let's get those 10 likes. And then I got a DJ horn for you. Also, we are trying to get to 12,000 subscribers before the end of July. So if you want to help us out with that, hit that subscribe button, man. Help the channel grow. Let's get this community booming.
Murder scene the department has seen in decades.
There's one in the fucking back bedroom over here hacked up, and then there's a second one wrapped up in a sheet in the garage.
Then who's supposedly in the bathroom?
The suspect.
Investigators would soon realize the murders weren't the end of the killer's plans. In fact, Alora was meant to be next.
He just wanted us to sleep, be calm during the night, and just not be awake.
It all starts early Saturday morning when the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office received a call from the daughter. The report is disturbing. Her dad has just locked himself into a bathroom and confessed to something truly terrifying. Cops were immediately dispatched, hoping to catch the suspect.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? I just got up, looked for everybody, and they're all
Is
gone.
he inside?
He's inside. He's in the bathroom.
And her mother.
Where? Mother.
One's in the garage and one's in the bathroom.
Does he have any weapons?
We don't know. He's locked in the bathroom.
Okay, can you stay over there? Stay over there.
Okay.
Okay, stay over there. Go that way.
I'm trying to tell you where he is.
Okay.
So you don't accidentally walk
Okay, well
in.
back up. Where is he at in here?
Okay.
Hey, Chantrell, thank you for the sub. Appreciate the love.
go in that hallway, that first door on the right.
Are there any other locked up?
Yeah.
Okay. And where's the bathroom?
Okay. Where that dog is right there, that hallway. First door on the right. You'll see the blood trail.
The officer enters the house and finds a blood trail. It leads directly to the bedroom, where he makes a horrifying discovery. Inside is the dismembered body of 34-year-old Christina Donzero. Her body parts are scattered across the room, with her blood painting the walls and floor. But this isn't the only blood trail he's about to find. In the garage, hidden beneath a blood-soaked sheet, lay the body of 75-year-old Betty Suzanne Donzero, Christina's mother. The trail finally ends at the bathroom entrance, where 41-year-old Kirk Heisel Jr. is located. He refuses to get out, and according to his daughter, he is armed with a knife. The situation could get out of control at any moment. The police fear the suspect might attack them, or worse, take his own or others. So, with time running out, there was only one option left.
How is taking his own self worse than shooting the police, bro? Like, fuck, if I'm a cop, I would rather the dude take himself out than shoot me. You know what I'm saying?
Force their way inside.
See if you can break it out.
Hey, sorry, we're gonna make our way with a shield. See if where's the bathroom at? Is it gonna be to the left, like the west side?
Yeah, that's why I don't know.
Who's going first?
No, go first.
Go first. You wanna go? You want me to go?
This thing's weird.
Oh, yours is. Yeah.
Yeah, them two victims dismembered and blood everywhere. That's a very gruesome crime scene. You ain't never lied, Alice. Yeah, bro was probably just messing around. You know, he didn't mean to do this. He was just messing around.
Does it open out?
I don't think bro had to break that gate. That was kind of unnecessary.
That's gonna be in here, right?
What'd you say?
Green. Oh, green. We got a door in there? That's not here. We're getting ready to hit this window. That's the window there. Is that gonna be the window?
Let's go, guys. We 8 likes away from that DJ horn, man. Let's get the 50 likes up.
Yeah, it's right here. Right there. That's the window. It's up on the wall. Yeah, it's on the wall.
Officers methodically approach the bathroom and breach the door open to an alarming scene. The suspect is covered in stab wounds. He is slowly bleeding out and is barely responsive.
Yeah.
A lot of blood inside,
All right, Kirk, I got you, brother.
A lot of blood inside. The wrist is cut. Chest bring it down.
Want him on? We're doing it. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Pull him up. All right. There. Okay.
You guys?
In a matter of seconds, emergency services arrive to take him to the nearest hospital, praying he survives. Meanwhile, the police lock down the crime scene and begin their search for clues that could explain the suspect's shocking actions. And what they find inside points to a disturbing yet real possibility. This wasn't a crime of passion. Inside the bedroom where Christine's body was found, investigators discovered a 9mm pistol on the suspect's bed. However, neither Christine nor the second victim, Suzanne, had any gunshot wounds. But this discovery is only the tip of something far more sinister. In the same room, officers would discover a bloody knife made for butchering cattle, garden clippers, and a half-empty bottle of melatonin gummies, the perfect supplement if you wanted someone to fall asleep faster. Plus, the suspect wasn't living alone. 3 other people were still inside the house when the crime unfolded. His son, Kirk III, his daughter, Alora, and Frederick Donzero. However, they only called 911 after discovering the scene, as if they slept through it. Understandably, investigators are unsure what to make of this scene.
Bro talked his whole family into taking those sleep gummies, and then when they went to sleep, he started hacking them up, starting with his wife and her mother. And he probably was going to do the daughter next, according to the narrator. But I think they woke up and was like, what the fuck? And then bro hit himself in the bathroom, crying and shit. And then they called the police. He was probably gonna cut all them up in their sleep. That was his plan, I'm saying.
Luckily, a witness is about to step forward, the suspect's own father, to shed some light on some unusual behavior.
Do you have a good relationship with Kirk?
Oh yeah, that's what I don't understand. And I hate to say this, and my wife will vouch for this. He started doing some shit.
He started what?
Doing some shit like
what?
Dope.
Okay, what? Do you
I
know
heard
what
about this. I don't know.
Bro, we caught that shit. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Hey, thank you for the party hat, most offensive supply. Appreciate you stopping by the chat today. Yeah, I told you, bro was just messing around though. He tripping out on drugs. Thank you for the flowers, man. You know I love my roses. Appreciate you, most offensive.
What kind? No.
Okay.
But
He started doing some, and have you noticed him making any, behaving weirdly?
No, that's the weird part. It's like me and my wife was just talking about it. Like, he's acted weird.
Yeah, I be thinking that shit's fake, tried and true, like melatonin, fucking Red Bull, like none of that shit does anything to me. Like if I drink an energy drink, I don't feel like a boost of energy. If I take melatonin, I don't get sleepy. Like that shit does not work. CBD, I don't think CBD works. When people be like, yeah, it helps my joint pain. Like that's a placebo, my boy.
Towards like, well, weird, kind of mellowish, like the drugs are getting way to his head. And I'm like.
Acting mellow? Like
yeah,
calm,
like
relaxed.
calm and I don't care about things anymore and shit like that. I'm like, and I always try to talk to him. And I heard the phone ring and I think it's spam.
Mm-hmm.
So the wife answered her phone and it's my grandson and hysteric. He is hysteric. And I calmed him down.
Your grandson who lives here, is that Kirk's son?
That's Kirk the third, you're right.
Kirk the third, okay.
Yep. So I'm like, we're trying to calm him down.
Yeah.
And he goes, Dad, I think, or Grandpa, I think Dad done something. Dad done something bad. I go, what's going on? We're trying to talk to him on speakerphone. And he's just shaking and trembling. You could tell he couldn't speak. And I'm like, dude, calm down. Just calm down. Tell me what's going on, buddy. And he goes, I think Dad hurt Mom and Grandma.
Luckily, his son Kirk survived. Minutes later, medical staff informed the detectives that the suspect is in stable condition. But before they question him, detectives need to answer one critical question. What exactly happened inside that house? They begin with the people who knew him best, his own family.
It's a party. It's a party. Hey, thank you for the hat, man. Appreciate the love. Thank you for the flowers as too. Thank you for helping sponsor today's stream, Sloppy. Thank you for showing up today.
Kirk III, Alora, and Frederick were invited to the police station for questioning. Investigators are going to cross.
No, and Tag, I think vitamins work. Like when I take vitamin C or vitamin D, my stomach health is way better. Like I feel like I digest the food better. Like when I take vitamins regularly. Vitamins help, but they don't give me like immediate energy like the same way drugs would do. You know what I mean? Like if you smoke some really potent weed, that shit's gonna make you sleepy. Or if you take like some prescription drug like Adderall, like that's what I like when people explain like energy drinks and stuff, like that's like that's the expression they give me. Like it feels like they're on Adderall, but it's like, no, bro, that none of that shit never did nothing to me. Like coffee don't even make me feel more awake. Like caffeine, for the most part, has like no effect on me except for like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it's weird. Maybe I'm just different.
Examine their statements and see how well they match. They want to see if they had a hand in the murder or if they could have been his next victims. Detectives begin with the suspect's son, Kirk III. Almost immediately, he reveals a detail that could explain.
Yeah, NyQuil works because that's a real drug, bro. If you drink too much NyQuil, you could probably die. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real drug.
His father's increasingly disturbing behavior in the days leading up to the murders.
So, last night, what do you remember happening yesterday? Anything noteworthy?
I don't know. He was a little aggressive, but apart from that, it just seemed like a normal day.
Your dad was a little aggressive?
Yeah.
What do you mean by how do you show that?
Well, last few days he's been like really.
Hey, Devil, man, thank you for the party hat and thank you for the flowers, man. That's a popular combo, man. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for helping sponsor the stream. That'll keep you up for like 3 days, Bill. That shit'll give you some energy. Like that shit'll give you some wings. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really should be.
Angry, I guess, and I guess him and my mom have been really quiet to each other last few days. I actually saw her drinking again for the first time in a little bit, so that was weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, they've been kind of quiet recently, not so much talking or interacting as they usually do. He seemed pretty normal apart from just being a little bit more like argumentative and like aggressive towards me more. Especially about going to bed. I don't know why, but he's been really pushy the last 2 days.
About you guys going to bed?
Yeah, about going to bed. Like.
Thank you for the flowers, E-Money. Appreciate you stopping by today. Hell yeah, Brenda. Praise Jesus, man. Shout out Jesus.
Even giving us melatonin gummies, those little like gummies that knock your ass out. Sorry for my language.
No, speak freely.
Yeah, he's been really trying to give us those. He did yesterday. It didn't really.
Alice, what the fuck, bro? That's wild. I never heard that ever. That's crazy. Yeah, bro had backwards ass brain chemistry for sure.
Work, so he tried giving us, or I say yesterday, the day before, sorry, 2 days ago.
Okay.
He tried giving us some 2 days ago. We took them. They didn't really work because I guess whatever it is that they do, they just don't work on me or Alora too well. And then last night he tried giving.
Quads, thank you. Thank you for the hat and thank you for the rose. Appreciate the love.
Giving us 2 more before we ate. That was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We were like, why the heck would we take this now? So we were just like, no, we'll be fine. It's whatever.
Didn't take them?
No, we didn't take them. He wanted us to. He was really pushy about it and got pretty damn pissed off that we didn't, but walked away after that and then came back like it was, no big deal, whatever.
The gummies Kirk mentions, the same found inside their house, are designed to increase melatonin, a hormone that makes a person feel sleepy. The question is, why would the father be so interested in making them fall asleep sooner? Plus, this wouldn't be the only demand their father would suddenly make. The next one would sound and turn out to be extremely concerning.
Since we discovered that our lock on the door works, all of a sudden we just started locking the door because he would just walk in, barge straight in like it was nobody else's business. Which he does all the time. He's been doing that since we moved in. So we just got used to it, but we were just like, dude, just leave us alone for the love of God.
So that it's 8 o'clock, he wants you guys in bed by 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Did he, at that point, were you guys in your room at the time he came in?
Yes, we were in our room. We had already been in our room for like majority of the day, just, chilling, relaxing. And he just kept coming in, just asking us to go to bed every like 10 back. And he's just up our ass about it, but like I said, we just eventually just locked the door and he got really pissed off about that, like really mad.
Last night this is?
Yeah. And we were like, dude, why the fuck, why can't we lock our door?
Hey guys, I've been hearing a lot that people haven't been getting our notifications from YouTube when we go live or we post. So the new schedule is we post every day, whether that be a live stream or an upload. We're posting every day. So just come check the channel out every day. Come directly to the channel. Don't wait for us to pop up in your feed. Come to the channel and check us out for new content daily. I promise you.
It's not your room, it's our door.
Did you unlock it, or is he yelling from the hallway? How'd he get mad?
Well, he was banging on the door. He's like, unlock the fucking door. And we're like, why? And he's like, just unlock the fucking door. God damn it. So we unlocked the door, and he's like, don't you lock this damn door. I'm just like, why? Because like I finally was just like, why can't we lock the damn door? Because she was gonna say something, but she's kind of skittish against doing that.
Thank you, Alex. You making me blush, girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate your dedication to the community.
Too much. But I'm not. So I just was like, why the hell do we have to keep the door unlocked? And, you know, it's our room. We're adults. You know, we can lock the door if we feel like it. Like, it's not something you can just say you want to control all of a sudden. Like, who cares?
Oh, shit. We got them likes, y'all. Shout out to 50 likes. Let's get up to 100 now.
But he wouldn't tell us why. He wanted it unlocked at all. So we were like, just constantly asking him. He just still wouldn't say. But he was like, I want this damn door unlocked, and I want your asses in bed by 10. And we're just like, we'll keep the door unlocked. And he's like, I want it both. I'm like, well, that's too fucking bad. We'll keep the door unlocked, but you can't. You get one or the other. We're not giving you both just because you said you want it. So finally, I guess our mom kind of like stood up first. They're like, who fucking cares? She's like talking to.
I feel bad for this kid because bro's named after his dad, and his dad's a fucking murderer who killed his sister and his mom. Like, it's fucked up.
She's like, just leave him alone. Who cares? It's just a damn door. So I guess they had like a talk about it or whatever. But then we just close the door and just go on our merry way for the rest of the night.
With each new detail, investigators feel their suspicion of Kirk's initial plan growing stronger. By encouraging them to take the sleep supplement and leave the door open, their father would have effectively left them more vulnerable to anything that might happen during the night. And when
Yeah, bro was doping his whole family up with these melatonin gummies. You know, like, y'all ever seen that meme of like the Grim Reaper? He goes into a room and then he comes out and then it's like a blood trail, and then he goes into the next room and he comes out and there's like a blood trail. That's literally this guy's dad, bro. Literally. Like the real life version of that meme.
his children would refuse to meet these demands, they'd get a reaction they never expected to hear.
He came in the room at 1, and then he was like, "What the fuck are you still doing up?" I guess I said to him, I was like, "Well, why should I if you're awake?" And he's like, "I just woke up." I'm like, "Okay, but you're still awake, bothering me. Like, what if I was asleep?" And so he walks away, and yeah, that's from there. And then I saw him again at, it was like 3:30, because I went out to use the bathroom, and all the like living room lights and shit were on.
What was he doing?
I don't know. I know he was over by Suzanne, but I don't know what he's doing. I just like quickly peered around the corner, just saw him there, and I was just like, okay, whatever.
Did he see you?
Yeah. But I mean, I just went straight to the bathroom after that because I was just like, okay, he's up. If she needs help, he'll help her, whatever. All I know is when I went to go walk away, he giggled real quick, like a little like light chuckle, and obviously the dog was out there with him because she just follows him everywhere. But you know, when I got out of the bathroom, all the lights were off and shit. So I was like, okay, so that was quick. Whatever he needed, you know, done already, gone. So he went back in his room. I go back in mine.
As the investigation unfolds, detectives begin to wonder whether the suspect's children may have been at greater risk than they realize. Out of all the possibilities, Kirk and Elora could have been their father's next targets. The suspect's son, however, wouldn't be the only one to notice his father's disturbing change of behavior.
Was there an incident with like a door being locked too?
Yes, there was, yes.
Yeah, what was that about?
Recently our door suddenly somehow got fixed. It's locked, and me and my brother like privacy, and we don't like it when he just randomly just comes in the room without announcing or at least knocking. He does that every single day, anytime he feels like it. And we got disturbed by it, so we started locking the door because we didn't want to have an argument, so we just locked the door. And then he got mad at us about the
So the adult brother and sister share a room?
door and started mixing that with the sleep schedule. Said, we'll keep the door unlocked, but we are going to sleep at the time we want to go to sleep, which still getting mad about. My brother snapped at him for it, and then he left.
With Laura confirming the son's account, detectives now have a clear direction.
The dad's a punk. He a bitch for sure. Cause when his son stood up to him, he didn't get mad or try to do anything. He just gets quiet and walks away. This shit was all a sneak attack, bro. He killed these people while they were sleeping.
For Kirk's interrogation. They also begin to suspect Christina may have taken the melatonin at Kurt's insistence, and that decision may have sealed her fate.
So just, I just want to make sure I got my note right. At 10, that door lock conversation happens, and that's when your mom speaks up.
That's when my mom speaks up. She said, can you not start an argument? It is way too late for this. I want to sleep. And she sounded pretty tired too.
Okay.
Like more tired than she normally would have.
Does she take melatonin or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
At this point, detectives believe Kirk had a plan. He wanted his children to take melatonin and leave their bedroom doors unlocked, because once his girlfriend took the pill and fell asleep, she never woke up, and her mother would become the second victim. After killing both, Kirk may have intended to move on to his children. However, this theory leaves two critical questions unanswered. Why did Kirk have a 9mm pistol on his bed, and where was Frederick during all of this? Was he somehow involved in these senseless murders, or was he meant to become Kirk's final victim?
And I think if I hadn't woken up, I'd be the third one there.
But before we get to that, while most of us never expect...
That's what I'm saying, bro. Does melatonin be putting these people out like Valium? Like, they are acting like melatonin is mad strong, right? Like, I don't think it worked like that, bro.
To be caught up in something as extreme as this case, the truth is, if you have a claim.
And Kirk, the one that did this, really,
And you can check out more if you...
And my sisters to eat dinner. We got some Chinese food.
Did everybody, all 6 people?
No, not them. Just me, my wife, and my sister and her husband.
Okay.
And we came home. Everything seemed fine. She went to bed, and I took the dogs out, and then I went to bed. And the dogs I'm really worried about too right now. That's the only thing I got left. And I just thought of this a little while ago, and this is probably going to mean something.
Yeah.
I woke.
You know what, Bama? You right. Anytime someone says this helps promote this, that means it's bullshit. Like, it helps promote good health. That's some bullshit, bro. Like vitamin C doesn't help promote a good immune system. It boosts your immune system. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's proven. But when it says it helps promote this, that means it don't work. I agree. I agree 100%.
Up in the middle of the night, and I looked up, and Kirk, the one that did this, he's like a vulture leaning over my bed like this. He said, well, I heard your breathing was weird, so I was just checking on you. And I think if I hadn't woken up, I'd be the third one there. Because as soon as he saw me wake up, he left, because he's always been afraid of me, because I don't take a whole lot after my background and stuff. And so he left, and that was it. I stayed in bed.
When that was?
I would say that was probably close to 3 o'clock in the morning. But that.
See, bro came in there and was watching him sleep. He was gonna stab bro if he didn't wake up. That's why I'm saying this dude was a coward. Like, this is an old man. And the fact that he just woke up and was still like probably out of it, like, yo, what are you doing? Like, that was enough for him to just go away. He wanted no confrontation, bro. He just wanted to poke people while they were sleeping, bro. That's scary as fuck.
Don't hold me to that. I'm just a guess.
To detectives, it appears that Frederick came within inches of losing his life. There is a chance that Kirk intended to kill him right at that moment, but was caught off guard when Frederick suddenly woke up. Yet, for reasons still unknown, Kirk left him unharmed. Frederick was lucky. Tragically, the same cannot be said for the two people
Roll Tide
closest to him.
And so I went back to sleep. And one of my dogs came, and they don't even come in the room. He just woofed at the door. I said, okay, you guys want to go out? Okay, that's good. I get up, I open the door, and there's a blood trail. I mean, and footprints. I'm bad blood, dark blood. Comes from a different place in the body usually, so. I mean, that blood trail went all the way down and turned into the bathroom. There was no more blood in the rest of the house. When I looked in his room, there was some in the room, but that was it. So I thought he had hurt it.
Yo, Josh, welcome to the chat, man. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for showing up today. Guys, if you're interested in becoming a member on the channel, it helps us out a lot, man. Appreciate you guys so much who are already members. And I would ask you guys who aren't members to consider our membership program for $2.99, cheaper than a cheeseburger. You can support your favorite YouTube channel for the next 30 days and help us keep going live every day to bring you this fire content. If you like what we got going on, let's keep it rolling. Back to the video.
So I banged on the door. He said, I killed both of them. He said that. I killed both of them, he said. And I said, and I was thinking he was just nuts or something at the time. So I said, where's Suzanne and Christy? Christy's in the room. I said, I just looked in the room. There's nobody in the room. And I said, where's Suzanne? He said, in the garage. Yeah. And he said, I cut my, and but I won't die. I said, what did you think happened last night? And he said, God told me to do this stuff. And he said, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. The door was locked to the bathroom. He said, I'm just laying in here. He said, I'm laying in my own pool of blood, and I can't die. I can't die. I'm thinking to myself, well, that's too bad. But, so I go and out in the garage, and all the bedding from her bed, she was rolled up in that, laying on the garage floor. And I wanted to make sure that he just didn't think they were dead. So I tapped on it. I said, Suzanne. Nothing. And so I went back in then, and I went down the hallway again into the other room, and over on, when you walk through the door, way over on the left was the rolled up bedding from that bed. And I know I shouldn't touch anything, but all I did was open the thing, and all I saw was just like a head or an arm or something. I could see where something had been removed. And,
wrapped up in sheets?
And it was all wrapped. She was all wrapped up in the bedding that was on their bed last night.
Both Kirk III and Elora would later confirm finding their grandfather in front of the bathroom door, talking with the suspect, after finding both victims dead. Frederick would also back up their testimonies, claiming he heard them arguing with Kirk over a locked bedroom door. So far, everything lines up perfectly. Detectives are convinced they weren't accomplices, except for one major detail that puzzles investigators. Kirk still had one thing in his possession, a 9mm pistol. They still don't know how or when he obtained it, but they know that Frederick has a whole arsenal. there's still a chance Frederick either provided him with the weapon or his own gun was stolen.
How about, speaking of like 2x4, anything in the house, weapons that you know of, maybe he has access to, knives, anything bladed?
Yeah, they've got. In fact, when I went in to look for Christy, I think I saw a knife laying on the bed. And the kids said they thought there was a gun on the bed. I didn't see a gun on the bed. I can give you his gun because, oh, that's something. He was getting to feel a little weird. He said, would you sell my gun? I've got his gun. It's in the locked in the trunk of my car. And I've got guns. My 45 and my 380 and all my and my grandpa's and my dad's hunting guns, the long guns, in the but it's locked in a big gun cabinet with plexiglass on the front stuff. No, he's never touched any of mine, never gotten in any of them.
Where's that gun cabinet?
In my bedroom.
He doesn't have access, he doesn't have the key or anything?
No, nobody's got the key with me. And I lose it half time and can't get in myself.
If what Frederick told them is true, then only Kirk can tell them where he got it from and why. However, just as they are about...
In some photos, Kirk looked like he wearing makeup, right? Am I tripping? In some photos, he looked like he's wearing makeup. I don't think I'm tripping.
About to end the interview, Frederick remembered something he felt could be incredibly important to this investigation.
You said he had a gun, like a handgun?
Yeah. When you take me back to the garage, you can have the damn thing.
Do you remember what it is, or you said it was in the trunk of your car?
Yeah, it's an automatic. It's 9mm, but I never even opened up the case that he had.
So he went and got it out of bro's truck when he knew bro got his gun back from out the trunk of his car.
How long ago did he ask you to sell it for him?
A couple months. And I got the feeling maybe he was worried about shooting him at that time.
That's why you think he asked you to sell it?
I was thinking that maybe that's why. I didn't have any inclination he would hurt anybody else or anything.
At this point, it seems the suspect retrieved the gun while everyone was asleep, but he never meant to use it in these twisted murders. His primary weapon was a knife and garden clippers, which he used to dismember the bodies of his victims. However, one question remains unanswered. Why did their father target his girlfriend and her mother first? Kirk III believes he knows the answer, and it's the last thing detectives expected to hear.
Why do you think Suzanne was also a victim?
I actually asked my buddy Jasper about that. At one point, my dad told him he believed Mom was like a witch from ancient times, from a long descendant of really powerful witches. Which I was like, okay, so he's crazy, got it. But then it started making more sense because he was he told me he felt like the presence of a divine being while he was searching for God, but it wasn't God or whatever, some devil or whatever.
Your dad told you this?
No, he told my buddy that. But he's like, I could kind of feel that your dad was off whenever he spoke about religion or anything like that. He wasn't 100% sure on the right path or whatever that he was claiming to want to be. And that he was kind of going in a negative route for it. And I was like, okay, so he believes that, my mom's a witch from a descendant of powerful witches, so then I would place Suzanne at the pinnacle of it too, because, birth giver of that. So I was like, okay, so then if he was targeting Mom, it would only make sense to target Suzanne too, because, like I said, descendant and kill the power where it's at, So I was like, okay.
While this may sound absurd, detectives at least keep this perspective in mind for later. The suspect's daughter, however, offers an explanation that is far more grounded in reality, but also far more cynical than investigators initially expected.
Why do you think Suzanne?
Suzanne, she was on the brink of death anyways. She has a lot of medication, and with Fred going
Are they trying to make excuses on why their dad did this? I'm tripping. If I had to step out the room for a second.
into chemotherapy, if he dies, she's going to end up dying because we can't afford her all the medicine she has. So she was going to end up dying anyways at some point if he doesn't make it out of the cancer treatment. She was weak, she was fragile, it was an easy target. She couldn't do anything at all.
Did he have any kind of problems with her? Was there ever...
Hey guys, make sure you join our Discord if you want to connect with the community outside of the streams. Join our Discord group. Really cool place to be. We got multiple different chats going on. Definitely, you could see pictures of my garden. I put up new pictures of my garden. It got so big. But yeah, man, check out the link in the description. Join our Discord to connect with the community outside of the streams.
Then bickering, no.
In this case, the choice of victims becomes undeniably clear. While the primary victim, his girlfriend, was asleep after taking melatonin gummies, the second victim, her mother, suffering from cancer, was physically too weak to defend herself in the event of an attack, which is exactly what happened. And Frederick is the only one closest to her to confirm this brutal choice. But the reason why remains a lingering question for both the family and the detectives. As far as those closest to him know, their father and a friend had long since gone off the deep end, and they had all witnessed this downfall firsthand.
And like this spiritual talk that he talks about, what is that exactly? Is he talking about God? Is he talking about...
Yeah, he talks about how God is constantly giving him signals that this is the way of life, this is how you're supposed to do this is what you should be doing, and whatnot.
When did that start?
That started maybe a couple months ago, maybe 5 months ago.
Okay.
A little before the year started, I think. Or after the year started.
Is he, like God's giving him signals, is he ever go any more in depth into it about what these signals are?
He says he sees visions where there's monsters that we don't see with the naked eye unless you open like your third eye or something. And he was trying to get me to see that, but I never properly listened because I didn't care for it all that much.
After the interviews conclude, officers are still left with questions they cannot get answers for.
I think they changed our names to our channel name. So like if you go to settings, if you want to change it, I think you got to go to like settings and then you'll be able to edit your profile or some shit like that. It's for sure. Hey JD, what's good? Welcome back, man. I know you was in here earlier, Josh.
Why did he target his girlfriend and mother specifically? How did he manage to stop himself? And was Kirk actually planning to kill everyone in the family? Luckily, they get their chance to ask the suspect himself. That evening, a report comes in. Kirk is alive and responsive. Medical personnel determined that Kirk attempted to end his own life by stabbing him repeatedly and drinking bleach. Both attempts failed. That same day, 2 investigators were dispatched to...
Bro took a bottle cap bleach shot. He was like, I was trying to kill myself drinking bleach. Bro took a bottle cap if he survived. If you chug bleach, you're gonna die a painful death.
To finally figure out if Kurt was planning to murder the whole family all along. Right away, Kirk has an unexpected revelation to share with them.
So, go ahead and start from the beginning for me then. Well, I kept receiving signs saying that we should split up. And we had been together for, they're not actually married. But it was called ourselves that. It did a bit like a mentor kind of marriage thing where we did a pinky swear. It was like a Viking thing. But anyway.
Bro, people that are into Viking shit are always weird as fuck, bro. Every time, dog.
We always listened to the same songs all the time.
Okay.
And this room kept popping up where the guy had caught the girl cheating on her, and it just kept playing so often. I'm like, this is a fucking sign I'm not getting something. Should I just ask her? So I did. I said, have you ever cheated on me and not told me? She goes, I did once. And I was like, oh, okay. I go, was this the only time? She goes, yeah, but it was different each time. I'm like, confused by that answer. And I'm like, okay. Did you sleep with any of them? Yes, 2 of them. Okay. All right. So that's been kind of.
He lying. He changed his answer. First he said that she said, I cheated on you once. Now I slept with 2 of them. Them answers don't correspond.
Sitting in the back of my head for only a couple days.
As Kirk would continue, the second sign instructed him to kill his girlfriend. While detectives believe infidelity is at the root of this crime, their suspect had already made up a different, far more sinister reason to deal with her.
I couldn't do it anymore. It was just. They chose me to do this, but I didn't want to do it.
Who's they? God?
He sent me as a messenger to come back to help me. Breathe correctly. I'm right. All right. Well, maybe you should change positions with them.
Okay. Were Suzanne and Christina already had passed by that time?
With this admission, Kirk finally confirms what detectives had been suspecting all along. Kirk pressured them into eating melatonin gummies so they would fall asleep. Once he dealt with his first victims, he would finish them off and end his plan. Up to this point, Kirk has been repeatedly mentioning signs that God sent him. Those signs urged him to commit the murders, dismember the body, and even end. From the outside perspective, this sounds like a perfect plan to remove all responsibility for his actions. But officers are puzzled about those signs. How did they appear? What form would they take to push Kirk beyond his limits? And the suspect's explanation is as twisted as you would imagine.
I went to work with her, and she worked in a smoke shop. I'm just sitting there in the lobby, waiting for people to come in. It's really, really slow. 2 different people came in. They were slightly different shirts. Both of them said liar and cheater, and both of them had decapitated teddy bear heads. Later on that day, as we were going home, sitting at a stoplight, same exact t-shirt pops up from a different person.
What people would consider a regular, coincidental event, Kurt saw as a sign that kicked off his brutal rampage and a plan that almost ended his entire family because of 2 t-shirts that had no direct relation to the situation. With that, the interview
Bro never even saw them t-shirts. He just made that shit up.
Wraps up, and Kirk is left to recover. Shortly after, he would be booked into the Pinellas County Jail. As of July 2026, he is charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and is awaiting trial. Because first-degree murder is a capital felony in Florida, a conviction could carry a sentence of either life in prison without parole.
Nah, he should get the death penalty.
Or the state's harshest punishment, the death penalty. We would like to extend our...
Yeah, bro, that's a crazy story. I feel bad for that family, but it seemed like bro had hella warning signs, bro. Like, I don't know. They shouldn't have been trusting dude, like, at all. I wouldn't even want to be in the same house as that man, let alone sleeping anywhere near that man. You know what I mean? Because obviously he gonna do some crazy shit. But man, that's gonna be today's stream. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you guys for supporting us in the chat. Shout out to all the people who helped donate and sponsor today's stream. You know we need it, so appreciate that. Also, you could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, and for that, I appreciate you. Peace and love. Catch you on the next show.
sound like one. They would throw a punch. You can hear them. They would two, but they sound like fucking one punch. They don't understand. Anybody hears this understand all the fighting. They know what I'm saying. You do two punches that sound like one.